Hello everybody, welcome to Project Beauty, where we talk about project planning and everything beauty related. My name is Jen. Today I'm going to be doing a very small declutter on my channel for products that I have in my makeup collection, and there's basically mostly eyeshadows, a few lipsticks, and a blush. So I have, I'm sure, other things that I might be ready to part with, but for the time being I'm going to keep everything else and give it a real shot. Actually, you know what? I have another thing I want to get rid of too. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the things I'm going to part with. This first thing I am going to get rid of, but I'm going to hang on to until I finish a couple of shades. I've made some really good progress on it. It's not in any projects. It's just been used in my eyes project pan in the past, and I just kept it out and continue to use it with other palettes. And I will show you the palette, and then I'll talk to you about the other palettes that I have that basically will replace it. So I am going to be parting with the Tarte palette from Tarte. This is a really nice palette. I do enjoy it. However, mine is very, very, very old. I like the fact that the mirror stays up. It's very dirty, sorry. It does stay up, and I love the fact that it does that. So when you're looking at it on the table, you can actually see, or when you're holding it, it's like, you know, it's a good size mirror. All that aside about the mirror. The product though, so as you can see, I have used quite a few shades in here, and I've worn off pretty much all of these and almost all of that one. These two are very close to starting to be worn off, but the rest of these, like in these two columns, just are not getting that much use. And the reason for that is these eyeshadows over here have no staying power whatsoever. I find that if I'm trying to pair this black or this dark purple with any eyeshadow look in my collection, because I use this as a companion palette. So let's say I'm using, I don't even have another palette with me right now, but if I'm using a colorful palette that does not have an outer corner shade or a brow bone setting shade, because I always need to set my brows up here, if it doesn't have that, I would just reach for this. And I found that by the end of the day, I would have all this staying power on the shadows that were on my inner lid, and all the stuff in my crease and my outer corner that I used from this eyeshadow would be gone. Like obsolete, not a speck left on my eye by the end of the workday. And that usually I can get away with wearing my makeup from like 6 o'clock in the morning until like 9 o'clock at night. It depends on the brand. MAC, no problem. Some indie shadows, no problem. But this one fades away throughout the day. And I'm not talking like into the evening. I'm talking like halfway through my workday. These are fading. So actually, you know what? I was going to hang on to them and use them, like these two right here. I was going to just use these two up, put them in projects, and then get rid of them. But I'm not even sure if I want to do that. And I'll tell you why. I have a lot of neutral eyeshadow palettes. If you guys have seen my collection video on my channel, it was from the end of last year. I have quite a few palettes, over 200 palettes. Now, I currently have been using this one from ColourPop, which I was trying in my eyes project pan to see if I like it. All those shades are in here. The purples, the browns, the black, the gray tones, all these brow bone setting shades, everything is in here. And though these are small and I could probably get through these quicker, I have a lot of option in here. And really, if I need to, I would replace this because it was cheap enough. Now that's just one palette. I will show you another palette. Now these are not ones I'm getting rid of, but they're just reasons why I'm getting rid of the Tarte one. I also have a bunch of singles. There's a whole brow bone setting shade right here, a crease shade right here, and that's just two huge, massive, large ones. I also have a whole row of crease, outer corner, and brow bone setting shades. I don't need that Tarte one, especially since it fades. If it didn't fade, I would just use it and keep it until it was worn out on the shades that I really enjoyed. But because they fade, I am going to part with it. I'm not even going to use the other shadows that I was talking about. I got in my own head. I was like, I should keep it because of I would use those ones and probably one of these two. But you know what? Excuse me. I'm just getting over another cold. I'm going to part with it. It is now going. The next one is from Makeup Forever. It is the volume 4. It says Artist Shadows volume 4. And I used to have all 4 of these. Excuse me. Still have, which is pretty standard in my collection, I still have the cellophane on the mirror. And this is what it looks like. Again, very neutral, very pretty. I keep it because of these shades here, but I never use this palette. It's beautiful. This shadow is so stunning, but it also does nothing on a swatch. Like, you have to see it on the eye. It's very beautiful, but I don't need this. I don't use it. And honestly, I don't know why I haven't gotten rid of it sooner. It's old. It's time to part with it. I don't know why I'm starting with shadows, but I just need to get these out, I think. I need to get them out of my life. The next one is a shocker for me because it's MAC. And I love MAC so much. It's probably one of my very, very, very favorite eyeshadow brands because of the staying power, the way that they blend together, the performance of the shadows. Stunning all around. I'm going to grab a Halls while I'm talking. But this one is, excuse me. It's called the Eyeshadow 15 Times Warm. Show me where the warmth is here. Like maybe a couple of the browns, but that's it. Like I'm not seeing any warmth. I apologize for the crackling of that paper, but I need a Halls. Like my throat is finally feeling better, but it's still scratchy. So this one is gonna go. I wish I could find a home for it, but so far I haven't. And I still have a few other people that I'm going to ask, but this one is going to go. Excuse me. So we have a bunch of pinks up here. Very nice neutrals. More like goldeny, warmer neutrals in the outer corner, but still, to me, very neutral. They're not, in my mind, I'm looking for more orangey tones when I'm looking for warmth. This is, to me, very neutral. So that is going. Not to mention that I have a lot of those shades in singles. So I don't need that palette. It was just the hoarder mentality. Now this one I'm a little bit sad about because it's brand new. And this is the Sweet Potato Pie palette from, what is it called now? Beauty Bakery. It's a bite-sized palette from Beauty Bakery, and I hadn't opened it until yesterday. I just took the little sticker off the bottom just to see what the palette looked like because I hadn't even looked at it. So I'm going to open it again, but I will be offering this to one of my close friends and see if they want it. But it's very cute. Like, it's really sweet, but I feel like I have all of these shades over and over and over and over and over again in my collection that I don't need this. So that one is going to go. Now for lipsticks. I am actually going to be getting rid of Diva from MAC because it's old. And I have a lot of these vampy shades in my collection that I'm just not going to wear. And so that is definitely going to go. I'm going to save these for back to MAC because I don't think anyone wants these. And next we have the shade Winifred, which you guys know came out when Hocus Pocus came out. I bought it because of the name. Seriously? Where am I going to wear this gray purple? I think I've maybe swatched it and like worn it once. So no, that is going to go. And I'm also getting rid of a lip shade called Studded Kiss, which is again another vampy shade, but it's a little more brown toned. just not something that suits my skin shade. So I will be parting with that one as well. So that's 3 lipsticks that I'm going to be getting rid of. Next is, now this was the one that I had just pulled, but this is the One Size liquid eyeshadow in the shade Everything and More. I don't wear liquid eyeshadow, and this one is very beautiful, but I can just feel the glitter in it. No, it's got to go in the garbage. And the last one that I have is from MAC, and this is currently in my 50 Shades of Yellow, so you will see me talking about, actually I'm not going to show this because I'm going to get rid of it now, but it just hard pans on me every time I go to use it, and it's a shame because I do love the packaging. I really love the color. It's a beautiful color. I'll see if I can even get any off, but it's just immediately hard panning, and I've tried over and over and over again to, oh my gosh, this is awful. I've tried so many times to use this blush because I feel like it's the perfect shade for summertime, and it's not working ever. Like I'm putting the tape in, I'm dragging my nail across to try and pick up any hard pan, and it'll hopefully give me a really good swatch. You can see a lot of the hard pan came off, for those of you who haven't hard pan before, or haven't removed the hard pan before. But like, okay, it's showing up on my finger. You can see the color tone there, but it doesn't show up on my face that much. I have to really dig my brush in, and then it just hard pans. So I don't want to pass this along to somebody and it's just going to be a nuisance. Plus it's super, super old. So I will back to MAC this one as well. I think I have another, I'm sure I have like 3 or 4 blushes of the same shade. It is very pretty, don't get me wrong. I kind of wish it really worked. I have some crazy blush going on. Don't mind my blush today. I tried to do orange to give a little bit of the orange coming in the eyeshadow and it just went like really bold. But anyhow, those are all of the items that I am parting with in my collection currently. So I will be bringing my eyeshadow palette collection down by 4, and I feel really good about the selections that I've made to reduce. Also, as you can tell, I like a pretty impactful eye look. Sometimes I like it soft with a small impact, like a wing or a pop of color. And sometimes I like bright and shiny. So I just feel like these are no longer cutting it for me in my collection and are not serving me a purpose. They are older, not performing as well, or haven't even tried them but have multiple colors that are the same. So I'm really happy with that. I'm getting rid of this cream eyeshadow. As pretty as it is, it has glitter, and I don't wear cream eyeshadow that often, and I have still like probably 8 or something like that, and I need to utilize those ones because I just don't see myself using this one at all. So that's it I think so far anyway. So I might have another one by the end of the year, but so far I'm happy with getting rid of these. So thank you guys so much for watching. In the comments down below, maybe just type the word declutter so I know you were here if you have nothing else to say. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's an emoji. My gosh, I don't even know what it's called anymore. Emoji for decluttering. So just leave the word declutter if you don't know what else to leave, just so that I know that you are here. Or you can leave me a comment, which I really love reading. I will be going away on a trip eventually, maybe when this goes up. So there might be a space in time where I am not replying to my comments. But I just want you guys to know that I read every single one of them and I appreciate every single one of you. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.